Hi, welcome back for today's project. One design but 5 cards, so I better get starting, and I'm doing so by getting a bit of color on my card bases. I only want a light hint of color, so I will dab off some of the color if it's too intense, and then I'll have my cards dry by air. I'm ready to add some more color, and for that I'm using a regular stamping block. I'm laying down some watercolor on my block, and I make sure to have it spread out a bit, even though it wants to bead up. I'm also adding in a second color. You want to make sure that the paint is wet enough, but you don't want it to be too wet for this technique. And then all you do is lay down your color onto your paper and just drag it down. And here's another one using pink and gray for a second card. You can also get bigger lines of color, and therefore I've taped down a piece of plastic onto my table. All you do is lay down a big line of color, and then you drag your paper right through the paint. I want some more color, so I'm going to let this layer dry and then do it again. So getting some color on my plastic again, and I'm also marking off at the back where my first line is as a guide for this second swipe. And when everything is dry, it's time to add some splatters. And I'm also doing it on a second card. Now, how much color you lay down, how wet it is, and how much water you spray down, but also how fast and how hard you press down your paper will determine the line you get. My coloring is ready, so it's time to start stamping. And the first in line is this So Much Stronger set from Visible Image. I'm going for Friends Are Angels with Invisible Wings, and to start off, I have masked off the word angels. So I'll first stamp Friends Are with Invisible Wings. Now here's the moment when my battery died on me and my paper also gave me some troubles. So I'm going in a second time using my MISTI, but the camera didn't record it. The next step is to get the word angels in there, and as I'm using my MISTI, that's very easy. Now I've masked off all the words that I have stamped before, so I'm only inking up the word angels. I'm coming back again a second time as I noticed that my paper really has a lot of structure and I want a good coverage for my silver embossing powder. Now you don't have to use two different colors, you can easily stamp it in one color or just use one color of powder for the complete text, as I did for my other card. Now for this card I'm using the same stamp set, but I'm going for the words Here for You, Always. And the word always will be stamped on the inside of this card. I need some embellishments and I'm going to use the tiny heart from this Own Kind of Beautiful set from Visible Image. After heat embossing my powder, I decided to add a bit of metal foil, just because I love the contrast between the dull embossing powder and the very shiny metal foil. So all I do is add some glue and then wait till it's completely clear before I'm adding my foil. Now, if you love the look of the drag down paint, but for some reason you don't get it to work, or you don't want to do it because you have too many cards to make and you want it to go quickly, there is a solution. Do you see these cloud stamps in this Believe in Unicorn set? When you turn them around and combine them, you can get the same result. Now I'm going for a black version, but you can easily ink it up with two colors. I start out by stamping the widest cloud first, and as you can see here, I really have a lot of texture going on my paper, so I'm going back in to get a complete black print. I lined up my second cloud, and I also have them overlapping to create my line. Now, to match the previous words, I'm taking this beautiful set Glimmer of Light, as I think that the words on this set are just the perfect match. I want some golden wings for my card, and that's very easy to do. I've die cut out some wings and I'm covering them with glue. Now just a thin layer is enough, and all you need to do then is cover it up with the foil.